Hey everybody, Snipertheladiesman here. Welcome back to another channel update. Now, this one is going to be about the results of my first ever Let's Play poll that I put up about a week ago. It's probably been about like 8 or 9 days or whenever this goes up, but a little over a week ago. I put that up, and now I'm going to be getting now I'm going to be saying the results and of which game that won. So overall, I was pretty happy with the results. But I will start off with the best news that I can give right now. The winner is Shadows of the Damned, with 8 votes towards that one. Actually, I might just go on with a couple of the other games too that got votes, as well as the other games that you voted for yourselves. So we got also 1 vote for 3 games: Mafia 2, Zone of the Enders, and Ride to Hell, Retribution. So we got 1 vote for each of those. You know, that's at least I guess that kind of shows me that one person would be interested in it. And then nothing for the Saboteur or the Walking Dead Survival Instinct, which overall I'm kind of surprised that it was very heavily put towards one game specifically, and like all the other ones pretty much got nothing. And then so for the other games that you voted for, there's 6 votes for Shadow Hearts. Now I've recently looked into this game, and it definitely looks interesting. For sure, I've only barely heard of it, but that'd be again as I've said many times before. I'm very open to recommendations. I'm always interested in seeing what other people, like, what other people think is like considered underrated. Because not everything has to be an Assassin's Creed, a Call of Duty, an Uncharted. Nothing has to be that sort of high standard and stuff. There'd be some gems out there that have a very small cult following or around that. But that's kind of what I want to go for. Is not always go to the games that are so overpopularized. Even though I like a lot of those games that are really popular. I still want to play a lot of the underland sort of games. So yeah, so we got Shadow Hearts 6 votes, a very obvious one, Nier, with 3. And again, I've been asked this question a lot. When will you play Nier? Are you going to play Nier? It's very open. I'm just not feeling for it right now, especially going from, like Drakengard 2 right to Drakengard 3. I kind of don't want to go into a game that's the same sort of style and setting, like right away, because then everything starts to feel the same. I start to feel a little bit, overwhelmed, and it's just like if I constantly play the same kind of game over and over again, it starts to just kind of feel like oh, there's similarities but there's small differences, but it starts to feel the same in a way. So again, it's very open for Nier, not 100%, to be perfectly honest. And then I also got 1 vote for Battletoads and another vote for Remember Me. Now, I've never played Battletoads. I've seen parts of the game, so for a Super Nintendo game, it looked pretty fun and stuff. And then for Remember Me, that was kind of a game where I think I ended up getting that game for free, on the PlayStation Store, and it was kind of interesting, but I feel like it was just a bad day to play that game because I only played it for maybe roughly around after the first boss, and then never touched it again. And that must have been like 7-8 months ago, or however long ago it was. That must have been quite a while ago because I have never touched the game since, and usually if I feel like it was a bad day to play it, I'll kind of avoid it for either for a long time, or I'll avoid it forever. But there's that. So yeah, so Dan, so Shadows of the Damned I'll be playing that right after Drakengard 3, which I think I'm getting to the point of going to the other branches of B, C, and then eventually to D. And if I kind of had to think, I'd probably only be playing, for like up to like 40 some parts. Um, it all depends on obviously how long the levels are, but pretty much it's always been one level for one part. But I think roughly if I calculate it up sort of, it'll roughly be 40 parts or so, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure, but yeah. So then once Drakengard 3 is done, I'll go on to Shadows of the Damned, and that one should be really interesting. And on one final note, for in this video, that the pitching out all these games and then seeing the other responses from all of you, it's then got me thinking, if I have time, if there's still time between, if there still is time between after Shadows of the Damned and before Kingdom Hearts 2.5 comes out, if there still is time between the two of them, like a couple months, then I may end up picking, maybe one of the other games that I put on this list, whether or not they didn't get that much for votes or anything, but they'd still be, mainly I guess as long as they're at least fun for me to play. I would think as long as it's still fun to play. That's all that kind of matters. Well, not all matters, but what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I think that's about it. So look forward to Shadows of the Damned in the coming month or so. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time.